again. So let us make this day count. God speaks in the silence of the heart. Listening is the beginning of the prayer, says Mother Teresa. So, pray as though everything depended on God and work as
Girls,
though
please.
everything depended on you. To begin this session with the blessings of the Almighty, I call upon Munira from 3rd BA to recite few verses from the Holy Quran.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you, Munira. We are made for goodness. We are made for love. We are made for the beautiful things that you and I know. We are made to tell the world that there are no outsiders. All are welcome. So, let's bring the change the world is waiting for. I request Mrs. M. Prabhavati ma'am, Head of Department of English, to welcome everyone.
Good morning, all. This event of storytelling is quintessentially an event of constructive extravaganza. First, I would like to welcome our principal, Dr. Suhasini Ernest, who is the linchpin behind all our success and who has always worked with utmost zeal and zest. I welcome you, ma'am. Next, I would like to welcome our Director of PG and Research Studies, Dr. M. Shah Lamid. Sir inspires us, motivates us, and encourages us in all our endeavors. I welcome you, sir. And it gives me immense pleasure to welcome Mrs. Shabna, sole proprietor of Gem Shabu Bridal Makeover and Assistant Professor of English, Ayman College. Passion, patience, and persistence are the ingredients for an entrepreneur. Madam is such a dynamic and multi talented personality who has these ingredients in her blood. Apart from teaching, she has also stepped into other fields such as a YouTuber in cooking, namely Shabu Rikta, and now she has turned up into a beautician who provides well rounded cosmetic services to enhance customer appearance and boost their confidence. And she always reminds me this quote by William Shakespeare: age cannot wither her, nor custom stale her infinite variety. And I hope this story from an accidental entrepreneur will surely touch your heart and makes you to be a future entrepreneur. I welcome you, Shabda. Then I would like to welcome my students who are the active participants of this session. Once again, I welcome you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Your story is what you have, what you will always have. It is something you own. Your mind is your instrument. Learn to be its master and not its slave. So, let's hand over the session to the masterminded Mrs. M.Y. Shabna, sole proprietor, Gem Shabu Bridal Makeover, and assistant professor at Iman College of Arts and Science for Women. The virtual stage is all yours, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks a lot for your warm welcome. Thank you, Nazila. Thank you, Prabhati ma'am. That was so sweet of you both. I'm so happy to present myself here more than a teacher, more than an assistant professor, here I'm standing before you as to share my story as an entrepreneur here. That is something which is very proud for me. You all know me as a professor, as a teacher of you. You all very well know me. So my story isn't new for you, but still my story as an entrepreneur, where and what made me suddenly take, or as the title says, accidentally turn to some other direction which is not actually involved in teaching or in something in the line of professor or college like that. So something has happened accidentally, you may think, and that is what made me sit here and talk to you about my little story. I cannot say this as a success story because that should be brought out when I bring myself very colorful into this business, when I reach top heights into this new launch. That is where I can share my success story. But now here I can just share you how I have become from a worker to an entrepreneur. First, to begin with, I just want to thank, before I begin with, just want to thank for this wonderful opportunity. I want to thank wholeheartedly my beloved principal, Dr. Suhasini Ernest, for giving me this wonderful opportunity, the organizing committee, the HOD of English department, for giving me this pride. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. So to begin this, I want to just, my students, you all are here. So you know very well, before I start any lesson, before I start any poem, or before I start anything, I just discuss about the title. I don't want this session to be a very boring one or a one-side conversation. I want you all to be involved in this. I want something to be very casual. It's not something boring, one side just listening, a one side talk like that. I want you all to communicate with me. You all know I always love that. I always love to communicate with you students. I want everybody to speak out. It's not only me who's going to talk here. So first, with the title, Story of an Accidental Entrepreneur. So you all should know the pronunciation. I hope you spell it good. Though the spelling starts with ENTREPRENEUR, it is pronounced as entrepreneur, ONTRUH, PRUH and NUR, entrepreneur. So be particular with this pronunciation first. That's very important while you say this word. Entrepreneur. Okay, so after that, now what is the meaning of an entrepreneur? Many get misunderstood about the meaning of an entrepreneur, because of this word. I think so, they think that something, it is big and something it should be sophisticated and luxury, something big entrepreneur means. No, nothing like that. Entrepreneur is something very simple, very simple. You know about business, you easily call yourself, I'm doing some small business, you say, but you never say yourself as entrepreneur. So you should know what is entrepreneur, what is business, and you should know what is the meaning of entrepreneur. Then only you can differentiate from a business or a small scale business like that. So here we will be talking about this first and then moving on to my own story. So here, what is entrepreneur? What do you think an entrepreneur is? Can anybody say? Whom we call an entrepreneur? What is the meaning of entrepreneur? Can anybody please say? Okay, an entrepreneur is a person who risks themselves. Oneself. So one person do something for an income. You would generate money from it. You're doing some business or something which from it you can risk. You're risking your own self. You're risking your own money, and you're gaining something. Gain or loss, that is different. That is after you do it. But you have to start doing something, risking your own self, your own money. One small amount of money or a big amount of money is invested, only believing in your own self, your own talent, your own eligibility, your own hard work, and your own idea has been invested there. One single person, not multiple persons. You are not dependent upon multiple person. One single person's idea, one single person's money, or one single person's hard work has been invested in one business, and that business is neither it becomes a profit or a gain, profit or a loss. It's that is wholly dependent upon the wholly responsible about that single person. Okay, that single person is responsible for both loss and gain from that business. So this is called as entrepreneurship. So I, as a professor, I suddenly turned myself to a makeup artist. Okay, I'm not a beautician actually. It is a makeup artist. Beautician and makeup artist is completely different. So I myself has turned into a makeup artist. So what I have done here, I have invested some amount of money in buying some materials, in making myself qualified. I have done a professional course. So I have learned something. I have put on my creativity and my thinking into it, my passion into it, my money into it, and I'm the one who's going to work for it. So my hard work is into it. Then who is going to face all the loss or the gain which is coming from this business? It's myself, right? So this is entrepreneurship. I'm not a business, or I'm not a company who is going to wait for somebody to come and join me to make it a venture like that. So what is business? Business can be a multiple investment. Many people can invest, many people can join as investors. You can be a working partner or an investing partner, like that. So a business is not a single person is owned. A single person owned. It doesn't need to be like that. Small business can be very large scale, or it can be a small scale. That doesn't matter. But business, it need not to be one person, or one single person need to invest, and that person has to do that work. It need not be like that. It can be a joint venture. It can be a joint investing. You can be 2 or 3 or 4 partners together investing it. You can be an investing partner, and one can be a working partner into it. That is business. But in an entrepreneurship, that person who is risking everything and doing something for an income, for money, for some income, for some profit, is entrepreneurship. Okay, this is entrepreneurship. So this is the difference. So I'm entrepreneur, and business is something different, a little bit different only, which you can easily understand. So if you give examples for entrepreneur, there are so many examples. You need not take all big companies alone for entrepreneurships. There are so many examples who just started as an entrepreneur and now into a big business. But you can see all the small ones. Even the person who is stitching, if there may be someone who is in the house, your mothers or your sisters or your neighbors who is sitting in the house and just stitching clothes and giving. They own a tailor machine. They don't have any big shops and all. They just get clothes from neighbors and everybody, and they stitch and they sell it, and they get fee for the material stitched. So this is an entrepreneurship. She herself has invested something, her hard work, money in buying those machines and learning those skills, and she is the one who is gaining from it. So this is entrepreneurship. That's all. You can do anything in that. If somebody is selling some pickle also, okay, if your mother is making some masala powder or some pickle and selling it, she is the one who's investing in it, she is the one who's creating it, and she is the one who's selling and gaining the profit. This is entrepreneurship. So I hope you clearly understand the difference between an entrepreneurship and a business. But in a business, see, if take your fathers, who are running a business in like a shop, like a grocery shop, or like a medical shop, or some bigger businesses like steel or clothes or something. They will have some partners with their shares. They will have some partners. They will have some investors into it. So this is business. Okay. So, but in an entrepreneurship, it's solely dependent upon one single person. So here afterward, don't confuse yourself with the word entrepreneur. I hope everybody is clear in this. Now coming to my story, an accidental entrepreneur. I love that word, accidental entrepreneur. My passion is teaching. I love teaching. I love teaching, so from the very beginning, it's not just a job. This professor, assistant professor, is not just a job which brought out my teaching. From the very beginning, I'm a sister. I'm an elder sister of 3 little sisters. So from that, I have little brothers, I have sisters, and it's a big family. From there, I have started my teaching. I have taught everybody. So from a very young age, I have started teaching. So teaching is something which I love from the very beginning. As well as we love many things, but we'll have passion towards 1 or 2 things, right? We'll have passion towards only little things. A passion, first I want you to know what is a passion. Everybody gets confused with something you love, with something is your passion. You don't know how to identify what is your passion. Everybody loves many things. I love teaching, I love singing, I love dancing, I love cooking. You can go on, list out so many things which you love, but something which you have passionate towards is something different. How to identify that? How will you identify I have passion towards this? How will you identify that? You have to know that first. Then only you can move your career, you can move your heart towards it. You can make it, you can work on your passion, and someday you can gain something from your passion itself, which makes you so much happy, which makes you work enormously, which never gives a burden of hard work. When you have passion towards that field. So, how you identify your passion? Your passion is something which never lets you sleep. If suppose somebody here is having a passion towards cooking, okay, I'm not a passionate cook, okay, but I love cooking. I'm not a passionate cook. Note my words, understand my words. I'm not a passionate cook, but I love cooking. I love cooking. Seriously, I love it to cook and serve people, and I'm very happy when they eat, and they feel happy when they feel something good they are taking no, when they appreciate me, when they say, oh, I'm full, your food is very good. I love that. Everybody loves appreciation and compliments, of course. So, but that doesn't mean I'm passionate towards cooking. Because if I plan something to do, if tomorrow is a feast, we are going to have many different varieties of menu, a long menu, which I myself have designed as your HOD, our HOD Prabhavati ma'am said, I myself have a YouTube channel, a cooking channel. So I have thought of some good recipe today, and one idea of some good recipe. That doesn't make me sleepless. Some idea of a good recipe I have imagined today. I'm going to try it tomorrow, or I'm going to cook for someone special tomorrow, some special dish. That doesn't make me sleepless tonight, okay? Because that's not my passion. When it's my passion, I can't sleep. I can't sleep without doing it, without finishing it. See if somebody here is passionate towards drawing or designing, like that. If somebody here is passionate towards drawing or designing, if she imagines about a dress, it's designed like this, you have to execute like this, a different new idea has clicked in your mind today, and tomorrow you're going to try it, you're going to work out it and see if that can be successful or not. What is the practical difficulties, how it is going to come out, you are going to try and see tomorrow. It won't let you sleep tonight. It will never let you sleep tonight. If that thing happens, you can identify easily that's your passion. Your passion will never let you sleep. You have to do it immediately. You have to do it immediately. You have to see what's the result is. I'm not talking about your urge to do it, but that thought will never let you sleep. You have to try it. You have to do it. You have to create something that is something which is lovely, and that is going to give you that fulfillment in your heart. Until you do it, you won't sleep. You won't feel peaceful. Even in your dreams, even in everything, you will be seeing that only. So that is something, it is the passion. You can just imagine that passion is different, and your liking and your love towards something is different. So here I love cooking, so I just started a cookery channel, a cooking channel in YouTube. I love cooking. I'm not saying I'm not passionate, but I love cooking. I love cooking, and I love serving people with good dishes. So I just went on with it. I worked on it, but I feel bored sometimes. I give a break when I'm busy with some other work. I give a break. I just forget sometimes. It's okay. My priority list changes, but when it's a passion, no, nothing will be prioritized other than that. You cannot do that. This will be your top priority. So that is something passionate. So identify your passionate. You identify your passionate field and work on it. Anything can become a business now. Anything can become a business one. I am very impressed with one person's story who has an MBA graduate who who have just become a top businessman who is gaining income nearly in crores just by raising donkeys. Just by raising donkeys, because donkeys milk is 5,000 per liter. Yes, it is 5,000 per liter, because it's high immunity value. It's used for cosmetic, and he does it. He makes cosmetics with it. He uses for medicine, and he's selling it in the right place and making crores and crores with the donkeys. நீ கழுதை மேய்க்க தான் லாய்க்குன்னு சொன்னவங்கலாம் இனி அந்த வார்த்தையை சொல்ல முடியாத அளவுக்கு ஒரு MBA கிராஜுவேட் கழுதையை மட்டுமே மேய்ச்சு கழுதை பால்ல இருந்து ஒரு கோடீஸ்வரன் ஆன ஒரு ஒரு இன்ஃபர்மேஷன், ஒரு ஸ்டோரி, இட்ஸ் ஜஸ்ட் ஸ்டுட் இன் மை மைண்ட் லைக் தட். It went into my mind like that. So anything can make money until you are passionate towards it, until you have a clear idea over it, until you work on it. Nothing can be useless. So you can make money. Nowadays, making money is meeting people, making money, reaching people is very simple through all these social media and all. The thing is, you have to identify your passionate field and not your just your likings. You're interested. You may be interested in many fields. Just you're going to try and leave it means you cannot succeed in that. So until you're passionate to it, you can never succeed in that. As for me, before starting my career as an assistant professor, before starting my career, I had a choice. I gave a choice to my family that shall I do a business or shall I move to a daily basis job, a monthly job, shall I move it? So my business idea was, that time I was not aiming for an entrepreneurship. I was aiming for a business, because I was planning to do a designing shop, which I was planning for investors, the missions, people's hard work, everything was into it. So I had a plan, and I asked my family, so shall I start a business or shall I go for a work? But my family suggested me, if you put yourself into business, you will be fully into business and you will let your family down. As a woman, it is something, நம்ம ஊரோட ஸ்ட்ரக்சர், நம்ம சொசைட்டியோட ஸ்ட்ரக்சர் எப்படி இருக்குன்னா, குடும்பத்தை பார்த்துக்கிறது நம்ம பெண்கள் தலையில் மட்டுமே அப்படின்னு இருக்கிற ஒரு சமுதாயத்தில் நம்ம இருக்கிறதுனால, நான் பிஸ்னஸ் பண்ண போனேன் அப்படின்னாக்க என் குடும்பத்தை நான் விட்டுருவேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு என் ஃபேமிலியில் ரொம்ப ஃபீல் பண்ணாங்க. ஸோ பிஸ்னஸ் மூலையே ஓவராக கான்சன்ட்ரேட் பண்ணிட்டு போயிடுவேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. So I had to quit that idea and go for a monthly basis job. I love, as I told you, I love teaching. So I was okay with it. Okay, fine. Anything is fine. எனக்கு பிஸ்னஸும் பிடிச்சிருக்கு, டீச்சிங்கும் பிடிச்சிருக்கு. ஸோ டீச்சிங் போகிறதுல எனக்கு ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. I love students. I love the positive energy I gain from students. I love to see fresh faces. I love to see the new students. I love to teach and preach students. So I was fine with the choice. But later, when years went, I had to search for something else. What made me search for something else? I'm good at teaching. I'm in a very good college. I have a wonderful set of students, and more than that, I have a very wonderful set of colleagues where I'm very comfortable with. But still, I was into a search for doing something else because I couldn't settle here. One main reason was my financial difficulty. To openly say to you all, to openly confess to you all, one main difficulty was the financial difficulty. As you all know, this pandemic, corona, curfew, everything put every one of us into a very worst financial situation. All of us, each and every single person went through a bad financial crisis. Yes, even from our country to the very bottom level of worker, everyone went into a very worst financial crisis. So as every one of it went through it, I also went through it. We had a very bad time with financial difficulty. So where my family couldn't not support, actually couldn't come out of it very easily. We had a very tough time. We were struggling to come out of it. So I had to think something. I took up the responsibility where I had to think something where I can do something which could support my family, which could bring my family up. Many people think, as women students and women audience are here, I strongly say bringing up the family is a equal responsibility of both mother and father. Bringing up the family means not just bringing them up, both, I'm talking about both financial and moral. Okay, your family responsibility na, you don't have to restrict yourself. குடும்பத்தை வளர்த்து கொண்டு வரது, நல்லபடியாக கொண்டு வரது மட்டும்தான் பெண்களுடைய வேலை. வருமானத்தை பார்த்துக்கிறது முழுக்க ஆண்களுடைய வேலை அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நீங்களே உங்களை ரெஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் பண்ணிக்கணும்னு அவசியமே கிடையாது. When you are capable of doing something big and achieving and bringing your family out of the financial crisis means please go for it. Please go for it. And do something to bring yourself up, bring your family up, bring your siblings up, bring your whole family. Your family, it's not just the one you give birth to or the one who gave birth to you. Not like that. Your sisters, your friends, whoever you want to help, the people around you, bring everybody up when you can. Please go for it. So I had a situation where I had to think something out of the track. Because I know in India, the least paid profession, private, okay, I'm not talking about the government la high paid profession you have teachers, but in private, least paid, they are very less paid. No offense, please. So I had to think something when this can be an additional payment, but not only the major income of the family. So I had to think something out of the box, doing something which can support my family a little bit bigger. Not just 2,000 or 5,000 extra. I didn't mean that I don't want to go for it. I don't want to risk and hard work for it. I want to do something big which can help my family, actually, because I have a situation where my family is expecting bigger expenses later. So something big should happen. So I want to do something big. So I was searching a lot. I was searching various fields. I was searching many fields. I was researching on many fields, particularly which field I left first. The very first one, before I entered into college as an assistant professor, my first job was at Jamal Muhammad College as an assistant professor. So before entering into Jamal Muhammad College, I thought to be a designer, as I said you just now, to launch my business. So my first research, my first thought to bring back that business, to bring back that idea, to work out that idea now. But the situations have changed. It's been 5 years, 4 to 5 years, where I thought of doing business. 4 to 5 years have crossed. In between these 5 years, lots of situations have changed. Our country's economical state has changed. This corona and this pandemic has changed all the economic situation of the country. So doing a business now is very, very different as I planned before 5 years. So you understand? So I cannot just go and jump into my business with the same plan I had 5 years or 6 years before. That won't be successful. I have to have some different plans. The competition level, the need of the customer, the financial, the investment level, the investment of my hard work, particularly myself. I'm not the same person I was 5 to 6 years before. My body condition have changed, my age has increased, my hard work level would also have changed. So I have to have a different plan. So while taking my old plan again, I had so many I saw so many difficulties. So launching my business or launching a business to open a shop or something like that, I had so many problems. I saw so many hurdles. I went on to lots of research. I spoke about the investment to many people. No, nothing helped. Wherever I went, I saw hurdles. Everything was something was showing me something bad. But still, I went and searched for it. But I had a very bad idea, so I thought this won't work out now. So I just left that. So designing profession and the business kind of idea, I just dropped there. So okay, what's next? I have to search for it. What next? I was continuous. I was in a search. So I was thinking to leave this. To take my career as a YouTuber completely full-time YouTuber. You have to invest yourself in, not just with your phone, your cooking videos like that. Or you have to engage one professional photographer and videographer, shoot very qualified, high definition videos and edit it in a very proper way and present it in a very hi-fi way, so that you can reach to heights. Millions of subscribers and millions of views reach பண்ணும்போது you gain lakhs and lakhs from it. YouTube is also an income basis now. So I was thinking about that, to take YouTube as my only profession. I found it hard to manage between teaching and YouTube because time consumption was I couldn't manage that. So I thought of leaving my profession, teaching சுத்தமா விட்டுட்டு ஜம்ப் பண்ணிடலாமா ஃபுல் டைம் யூடியூபர் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு கூட நத்திங் பண்ணேன். But I had to invest in that first camera, or which cost nearly 50 to 75,000. If not camera, I have to engage for each and every recipe. I have to engage one professional photographer or a videographer. It's a different payment. Then I have to have a setup in my home. Now I'm using my own kitchen as my video spot. But if I'm going to engage somebody professionally and I'm going to do it as a business, then I couldn't use my kitchen. I had to have a different beautiful setup for shooting. So that cost me then different utensils which will be so nice to see and interesting to see. So that has to be done. Then I have to promote in YouTube. That too has to be invested. Some thousands that be invested should be invested in YouTube, where YouTube itself will promote you. And moreover, this has to be done, and I have to process all these. For 3 to 4 months, I won't have any income, but only investment will be done. So this is a long process, and after 3 to 4 months also, you can never give guarantee what amount of income I'm going to gain. Okay, I cannot give guarantee. You give me whoever I'm going to ask money, or however I'm going to gain ask money for investment. If I'm planning or 2 lakhs investment போட்டா ஒரு 3-4 மாசத்துல இவ்ளோ earn பண்ண முடியும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நான் clear cut ஐடியா கொடுக்க முடியல யூடியூபை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும். Which cannot be a clear plan. ஐம் ஆஸ்கிங் ஃபார் இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட். அது என்னுடைய பணமாகவே இருந்தாலும், என்னுடைய நகையை வச்சு நான் வந்து பணம் ஏற்பாடு பண்ண போகிறேன்னா இருந்தாலும், நான் வந்து இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ண போகிறேன் இவ்வளோ மணி, அதுக்காக நான் இப்போ 2 மாதம் 3 மாதம் வேலை இல்லாமல் இருப்பேன், வீட்டுக்கு அப்போ அந்த வருமானமும் இருக்கு. ஸோ அந்த வருமானத்தை இல்லாமல் நான் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா பணமும் போட்டு 3 மாதத்தில் இந்த அளவாவது வருமானம் வந்துடும் ஒரு மினிமல் கேரண்டி கூட என்னால் கொடுக்க முடியும். யூடியூப் அப்படி பண்ண முடியாது. மினிமம் கேரண்டி கூட உங்களால் கொடுக்க முடியாது. ஸோ nobody supported my plan. நெக்ஸ்ட் அடுத்தது இதெல்லாம் வந்து என் கையில் இருந்த பிளான்ஸ். இது வந்து நான் ஆல்ரெடி பண்ணிட்டு இருந்த எக்ஸிஸ்டிங்கான ஒர்க்ஸ், ஆல்ரெடி நான் பண்ணுவேன் எல்லாத்துக்கும் தெரிஞ்ச ஒர்க்ஸ் இதெல்லாம். ஸோ தட்ஸ் வாட் ஐ வெண்ட் வித் தீஸ் சாய்ஸஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட். தென் ஒன்லி ஐ வெண்ட் ஆன் வித் அதர் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் சாய்ஸஸ் வேர் ஐ ஹாவ் டு டூ சம்திங் டோட்டலி அவுட் ஆஃப் இட். நானா இதான் அப்படின்னு தெரிஞ்சு தாண்டி வேறு ஏதாவது புதுசாக பண்ணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஐ ஹேட் டு திங்க் something out of the box. This is somewhere, this Gem Shabu bridal makeover was something which I was already doing also. நான் அப்படி சர்ச் பண்ணி நான் ஏதாவது நான் பண்ணாதது பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி அப்படியும் சில விஷயங்கள் யோசிச்சேன். பட் எதுவுமே செட் ஆகலை. nobody believed me and nobody was ready to invest on me. So I had to quit that also. Then this bridal makeover, இது எப்படி வந்துச்சு? Bridal makeover is something which I was already doing, but not in a clear scale. ஒரு ப்ராப்பராக நானும் ஃபுல்லாக ப்ரொஃபஷ்னலாக ட்ரெயின் ஆகாமல், ப்ராப்பராக அட்வர்டைஸ் பண்ணாமல், ஜஸ்ட் ஃபார் மை ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் மை நெய்பர்ஸ், எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சவங்களுக்கு மட்டும் நான் ரொம்ப சிம்பிளாக எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச அளவுக்கு நான் பண்ணிகிட்டு இருந்தேன். அவ்வளோதான். இட் வாஸ் ஜஸ்ட் அண்டர் அ ஃபேவர், நத்திங் ப்ரொஃபஷ்னல். ஒன்ஸ் இன் அ வைல் ஐ யூஸ் டு டூ இட். But many people used to ask me for bridal makeovers. But I didn't finish any professional course, so I didn't commit it. That was when one person who asked me for makeover and asked me, that person demanded me, why don't you finish a professional course and do it? Always you're saying like that. That was when I just, that idea struck into my mind. Oh, why not? Why not finish a course and make it professional? And this can be done without any shop. I need not go and sit in one shop. I need not go and ask for anybody's help. I can just go and do it. And it's all about women. So my family is also okay with it. Already I'm doing it, so it was okay. In all the chances, I saw the difficulty. I saw the investment. Investment is a little bit high because a professional course itself cost nearly 40 to 50,000. In Trichy, it goes more than 50 to 1.25 lakhs in Chennai, in Coimbatore and all. This is just for the course, and if you want to buy the materials, it goes on to 50 to 60 and sometimes more than a lakh. So you're going to invest a little bit high, but you're going to take it very, very easily. If you're going to become a professional, you're going to gain income from it very soon. So I have to talk about the investment first. Then I have to talk about the job nature here. I have to talk about the I have to talk about the balance between my career, my present career as a professor, and my newly launched business. And I have to talk about the income. When will I gain something? When will I profit something, and how much will I profit, and how long it's going to be? How seriously I'm going to do. 1 minute, guys. How long I'm going to be. Okay. So these are the things I have to sketch down. I have to write down. I have to discuss with I did discuss with my family, with my friends, with my well-wishers. I had a clear idea where everything started to it started to settle down. Whatever I wish to, எதெல்லாம் எனக்கு வந்து பிரச்சனையாக இருக்கும்னு நினச்சேனோ அதெல்லாம் இதில் பிரச்சனையாக இல்லை, எதெல்லாம் எனக்கு தேவைன்னு நினச்சேனோ அதெல்லாம் இதில் தேவையாக இருக்குன்னு I did a research upon this job. I did a research about the investment. I went, and you have your mobile in your hands. You can do any type of research in it. You can just sit. I didn't go for spots and ask for the fees and ask for the reviews and all. Everything was in my mobile only. Just for this purpose, I opened an Instagram account to go and view different people, different bridal makeovers, makeup artists review that their quality of makeup, everything. I made a research. I searched for a best person to teach. I and a person who is comfortable with the fees also. I cannot go and invest. Somebody who's famous have a high-end fees. I cannot invest so much. So something should be within my range of money, and at the same time it should be best. So I did a long research in searching searching an academy where to go and finish my professional course. Then and how to investment, how much investment, and how to bring money for investment, then how much for products, then what's the plan, and when will you take it back. இதெல்லாம் I have to do. ஒரு clear cut plan போட வேண்டியது இருந்துச்சு. clear cut-ஆ plan பண்ணிட்டு ரொம்ப நாள் ரிசர்ச் பண்ணி ஒரு ப்ரொஃபஷனல் கோர்ஸ் முடிக்கிறேன். ப்ரொஃபஷனல் கோர்ஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு பணம் தேத்துறேன். அந்த ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் மிஷின்ஸ் இதுக்கெல்லாத்துக்கும் பணம் தேத்துறேன். அதையும் அப்புறம் இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணுறேன். ஸ்டில் ஐ எம் கோயிங் ஆன் பையிங் அண்ட் இன்வெஸ்டிங் இன் இட். இன்னும் நான் அதில் வந்துட்டு ப்ரொஃபஷ்னலாக நான் லான்ச் பண்ணதுக்கப்புறம் ஸ்டில் ஐ நாட் டன் ஒன் ப்ரைடல் மேக் ஓவர். சின்ன மேக் ஓவர் தான் பண்ணியிருக்க தவிர ஒரு பெரிய மேக் ஓவராக இது வரைக்கும் நான் எதுவும் பண்ணலை. சின்னதாக தான் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். ஐம் நாட் ஒரு ஹெச்டியாக ஃபுல் ஃப்ளெஜ்ட் மேக் ஓவராக இன்னும் நான் பண்ணலை. பட் ஸ்டில் ஐம் இன்வெஸ்டிங் ஆன் ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் விச் ஆர் வெரி வெரி ஹை ரேஞ்ச், வேர் ஐ கேன் வேர் இட்ஸ் நாட் நெசசரி. என் கூட படித்தவங்க எல்லாருமே வந்துட்டு இல்லை இப்போதைக்கு இது வாங்கிக்குவோம், இப்போதைக்கு இதுக்கு வாங்கிக்குவோன்னு சொல்லி கொஞ்சமாக இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணுறதுல தான் இருக்காங்க. எனக்கு என்னோடய ஐடியாஸ் பிக் அப்படிங்கிறதுனால ஐ எம் நாட் இன் டு இட். இப்போதைக்குங்கிற பேச்சே இல்லாமல் நான் பெருசாக இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணி பெஸ்ட்டாக பண்ணி என் பேரை பெஸ்ட்டாக கொண்டு வரணும் அப்படிங்கிறதுல நான் கிளியர் பிளான்டாக இருந்தேன். திஸ் இஸ் வேர் மை ஃபேமிலி ஆல்சோ சப்போர்ட்டட். ஓகே, இது பிரச்சனை இல்லாமல் போகும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு என் ஃபேமிலியும் அதுக்கு சப்போர்ட் பண்ணதுனால ஐ ஹாவ் சக்ஸஸ்ஃபுல்லி ஃபினிஷ்ட் அ ப்ரொஃபஷனல் கோர்ஸ் அண்ட் லான்ச் மை செல்ஃப் ஆஸ் அ மேக்கப் ஆர்டிஸ்ட். வெரி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இந்த செஷன் ஆரம்பிக்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாடியே நான் என்ன சொன்னேன் அப்படின்னா, பியூட்டிஷியன் இஸ் சம்திங் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ஃப்ரம் அ மேக்கப் ஆர்டிஸ்ட். ஸோ பியூட்டிஷியன் இஸ் அ பர்சன் who does all those facial, your eyebrows, pedicure, manicure, இந்த மாதிரி haircuts இதெல்லாம் பண்ணுறவங்க பியூட்டிஷியன். ஓகே, they have a parlor and they do all these things. But a makeup artist is completely only for makeup. I'm a makeup artist, not a beautician. Okay, you cannot expect me to do your eyebrows or some other sorts of things. I'm a makeup artist, so I completely concentrate on the makeup. I can suggest you different varieties of makeup, and whichever is comfortable to you and whichever is affordable to you, I can give you the best out of it. This is a makeup artist. Okay, ஸோ இது மாதிரி ஒவ்வொரு ஃபீல்ட்லேயும் நீ என்னோட பேஷன் இதில் இருக்குது அப்படிங்கிறத I identified it. Designing, stitching, I always love. Jewelries, I love very much. And making one bride ready, அது எனக்கு ரொம்பவே பிடிச்சது. My family is a very very big family. Very big family. I have 6 to 7 brothers and 5 other elder brothers itself. I have 6 to 7. Whole family, we are in a joint family, so everybody is there. My own siblings, I have 3 younger sisters. So it's a very big family, and in every family event, I'm the one who's dressing up the bride. Bride dress பண்ணுறது நானாக தான் இருப்பேன். என் ஃபேமிலியிலே நான் அத்தனை பேருக்கு ட்ரெஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். ஸோ இது எனக்கு ரொம்பவும் பிடிச்ச ரொம்பவே நல்லா வரக்கூடிய ஒரு வேலை அப்படிங்கிறத நான் ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணுறதுக்கே எனக்கு இவ்வளோ நாள் ஆச்சு. It's not so easy. You have to identify yourself, you have to know yourself, and you have to work on it. That's how that idea I told you, one day it just, why don't you finish a professional course னு ஒருத்தவங்க கேட்கும்போது ஆமாம் ஏன் பண்ணக்கூடாது அப்படின்னு எனக்கு தோணுது. இட் வாஸ் ஜஸ்ட் a strike. When I thought about it only, okay, that's the right profession. I have left it somehow. நான் என்னோட டீச்சிங்காக நான் அதை பற்றி கேர் பண்ணிக்காமல் விட்டுட்டேங்கிறது எனக்கு அப்புறம் தான் I realized it actually. So I worked on it. To make myself professional, to make myself 100% confident. எனக்கு அந்த கான்ஃபிடென்ட் வேணும்ல, எப்படிப்பட்ட ஒரு டிமாண்டையும் ஃபுல்ஃபில் பண்ணுற ஒரு ஆர்டிஸ்டாக நான் இருப்பேங்கிறதுக்கு எனக்கு கான்ஃபிடென்ஸ் வேணும்ல. ஸோ to gain my confidence, I had to do practice. I had to do lots of work on it. I had to learn on it. So after all these only, I became confident to launch myself as a makeup artist. This was the accident actually occurred here. This was where my line diverged. But still, as I told you very first, that's why I told you teaching is my very favorite position, and teaching is my passion. I won't leave teaching. அதனால் நான் ப்ரொஃபஸராக தான் இருப்பேங்கிறது நான் சொல்லலை. இங்கே தான் ப்ரொஃபஸராக தான் இப்படி தான் இருப்பேன் அப்படிங்கிறது இல்லை நான் சொல்ல வர்றது. ஐ எம் சேயிங் டீச்சிங் இஸ் மை பேஷன். ஸோ ஐ டீச் ஆல் டைம். அது எங்கே எப்போ எப்படி என்னங்கிறது தான் சம்திங் questionable here. I will teach continuously. You cannot take teaching from me ever in my life. Till my last breath, I'll be a teacher. That's something you cannot change because I love teaching so much. And I have taken up something which can give me income. So I have to balance between these two. But still, when balance is missing, when I couldn't balance because of my family or because of my health, because of my overcommitment, I had to leave. One situation may come where I have to leave anyone. But I will take back, I will bring back, when I settle everything, I'll bring back my passion once again. So that's it. I hope you found the session interesting. I didn't bore, I think. Is there anything to ask? Student, is there any question to ask? I want you all to speak. You can ask me anything, come on. There are so many of you who know me very well. You can ask me something. எதுவுமே இல்லையா? Okay, the final part which I want to convey here is, yes, please, Nazila.
What is the difference between entrepreneur and businessman?
That was the very first thing I spoke about. Yes, I'll say you once again. No problem, Nazila.
Okay.
Entrepreneurship is a single person, and a business can be a multiple investment. Entrepreneurs are one person invests their money, their hard work, their own idea, their creativity, and gain something through it for money. They do something for the money, and they invest their money, their hard work, their creativity. One person, one single person, that is entrepreneur. And in a business, it can be a multiple investment. It can be small or big, that's different. Small investment or small scale or big scale, that's totally different. ஆனால் அது மல்டிபிள் இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட்டாக இருக்கலாம். ஆனால் ஒரு ஆண்டர்ப்ரனர்ஷிப்பில் இட் கேனாட் பி அ மல்டிபிள் இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட். இட்ஸ் solely dependent upon one single person. So that's the major difference between an entrepreneurship and a business. I hope it's clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So last, final, before I close my lecture, I just want to say, each and every girl here, each and every audience here, you can do your own entrepreneurship. There are so many ideas. I have my students, students from our own college, from Iman College itself, who are entrepreneurs now. From the Department of English, so they are doing crafts, they are doing personalized giftings, which is what you do just for fun, just for your friends, just for fun, just for your friends, just for your loved ones. You do small craft items. They are doing and selling it through Instagram and making and are made into a business. This is entrepreneurship. A person from our department, from English department, and a person I know from a commerce department, they are wonderful workers doing the same business. They are doing crafts and selling it, personalized gifts. நம்ம வந்துட்டு நம்ம அழகழகாக கிராஃப்ட்ஸ் பண்ணி விற்கிறோம். அதை செஞ்சு தரோம் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸுக்கு, நம்மளோட டீச்சர்ஸ்க்கு, ஒரு ஃபேமிலி மெம்பர்ஸ்க்கு நம்ம கிராஃப்ட்ஸ் நல்லா செஞ்சு தரோம். அதை கிராஃப்ட்டுன்னு போட்டு சேல் பண்ணாமல் பர்சனலைஸ்ட் கிஃப்ட்ஸ் ஃபார் யர் லவ்ட் ஒன்ஸ்ன்னு போடும்போது this changed into a business. Personalized gifts for your loved ones, எவ்வளோ அட்ராக்டிவாக இருக்குல்ல? That's how that just your interest and your passion changed into a business. There are people who do குக்கிங்கில் இன்ட்ரெஸ்டாக இருக்க ஒரு பொண்ணு கூட எனக்கு தெரியும். அவள் வந்துட்டு she is doing something out of her interest, small snacks and all she is doing and selling into nearby shops. She is doing வெரி லிட்டில் ஸ்நாக்ஸ், ஒரு ரொம்ப சிம்பிளாக ஈஸியாக வீட்டில் பண்ணக்கூடிய ஸ்நாக்ஸை ஹோம் மேடுன்னு டேக் பண்ணி அழகாக சின்ன கடைங்களுக்கு அதை போடுறான். நான் சின்ன கடைங்களுக்கு போடாத இதை ஹோம் மேடுன்னு போட்டு பேக்கேஜிங் அழகுபடுத்தி இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் சொஃபிஸ்டிகேட் பண்ணி you go and sell it to supermarket where people buy it for specially for the tag homemade organic இப்படி டேக் பண்ணதுக்காகவே வாங்குவாங்க. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி அதை பெட்டரைஸ் பண்ணுன்னு சொல்லி சொல்கிறோம். ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் how you have to launch your own interest into business. Each and every one of you will have some interest, something which you love to do. Just try it as a business. Just go for it and try it as a business where you can earn money through it. In Japan or in China, people even turn a bone into a sculpture. A bone, as a used bone, food waste bone into a sculpture. They change everything into it. They change everything into business. They don't waste time. They are ready to work. One thing here, investment விட ரொம்பவும் முக்கியமானது ஒரு பிஸ்னஸ் உமனா, ஒரு பிஸ்னஸ் மேனா, இல்லை ஒரு ஆண்டர்ப்ரனராக நீ வரணும் அப்படின்னா பணத்தை விட இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட்டை விட ரொம்ப முக்கியமானது உன்னுடைய ஹார்ட் ஒர்க் அண்ட் டெடிகேஷன். தட்ஸ் வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டண்ட் ஃபார் யூ. தட்ஸ் வேர் பீப்புள் லேக். And that's why you leave your position. நம்ம நல்லா முடியாது, நம்ம நல்லா பண்ண மாட்டோம், நம்ம அதெல்லாம் செய்ய மாட்டோம், அதெல்லாம் வந்து சரியாக வராதுங்கிற பேச்சுக்கு இடம் இல்லை. ஒன்லி திங் you need is dedication and hard work. இது ரெண்டும் இருந்தால் you can make anything into business. You can take money from, you can generate, you can bring money out of it. ஸோ ஜஸ்ட் திங்க் வாட் இஸ் உன்னோட இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் என்ன, உன்னோட பேஷன் என்ன, டிஃப்ரென்ஷியேட் பண்ணி தெரிஞ்சுக்கோ. யூ ஒர்க் ஆன் இட், யூ வில் ஷுவர்லி அட்டைன் ஹைட்ஸ் த்ரூ இட். Thank you girls. Thank you so much for your patient listening. I hope I didn't bore the session. You can share your feedback. I'll be so happy if anybody shares feedback here. Can anyone? எல்லாம் தூங்குறீங்களா? Just say how was the session. That's enough. I'm not going to ask you anything. Session எப்படி இருந்துச்சு மட்டும் எனக்கு சொல்லு. No one?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Yes.
This is Saragis from first BA, ma'am.
Yes, please.
I have an idea to
Clear
prepare
சொல்லு.
homemade foods and sell to others.
Okay, really,
So
very good.
by hearing this message, it's very useful
Very
to
good.
me to arrange this.
Very good, very good. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Anybody else? Shamira Sham, thank you so much. Okay, Nazila, shall we close?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am, Christopher. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget the highest appreciation is not to utter words but to live by them. I now call upon S. Nazia Chaitun BV from 3rd BA English to propose word of thanks.
Assalamu alaikum, good morning, one and all. I'm immensely thankful to Mrs. M. Y. Shabnam ma'am, sole proprietor, Gem Shabu Bridal Makeover, and assistant professor of Department of English at Iman College of Arts and Science for Women, Trichy, for her efforts towards her today's speech. Her own ideas and elegance of explanation of everything, I need to mention my deepest sense of appreciation. Next, I would like to thank our beloved principal, Dr. Suhasini Yanas ma'am, for giving us a great opportunity. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to thank our respectable director, Dr. M. Sahul Hamid sir, for his support and strength. Thank you, sir. A heartfelt thanks to the organization committee and in charges for their involvement and dedication in making this program a grand success. I would also like to thank all the students for their interest in attending this session. Above all, I spread my special thanks to the Almighty who has blessed us with good health and strength. I am S. Nasia Jaitan Bibi, signing off. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nazia. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I have learned about life. It goes on. This saying said by Robert Frost hits hard. I thank everybody who attended this session. This is MC Nazila signing off.